Alright, this is QUASAR, the Cosmic Avenger, and this is issue number 2. It is by Mark Gruenwald, and I am a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of this book, big fan of the character, and this is a really strong second issue. In this one, QUASAR, he goes into space, and he runs afoul of the Black Racer. Meanwhile, he also gets to meet Ion. This is the I, and that must be the on. What's happening is, QUASAR, he has gone into space because he is looking for answers about the origins of his magic bracelets. So he has gone in search of the planet they come from. And if you look, he has been in space for so long that he has grown a beard. And then we get a hefty lot of backstory. For starters, we get QUASAR's origin, how he was a SHIELD agent, and then he put on the magic bracelets to fight off the alt-right Nazis, and that is like his first appearance with this really rubbish superhero team, and then he fought the Hulk. And this is from Mark Gruenwald's run on the Things comic. And this is when he put the serpent crown on his head and he got possessed by the evil serpent god. And that was kind of like his last appearance before his own series. And then what happened off panel was he quit his job and he decided to go into space to find the planet that his bracelets come from. And he finds the planet and he goes down to the planet, but he's very disappointed because it turns out everyone on the planet is dead. And he looks around and like all the bodies are frozen and dead. And luckily there's a museum, so that probably keeps him occupied for a couple of minutes, just learning a little bit. And then he gets really depressed because he's come all this way and he has got nothing. And this is when the Black Racer shows up. And the Black Racer is a really, really good character. I really like him. The idea of him is that he's like a force of nature. He shows up to people who have a strong urge to die, like people who want to die, and he helps them along by killing them. And really good character, and he shows up to QUASAR and he tells him about what happens to all the people from this planet. They were mad into their science, and they actually found out the meaning of existence. And when they found that out, it just depressed them and they all wanted to die. So the Black Racer showed up and he threw his spear at the dome and it broke and all suffocated and died. Except for this one fella who was a human. He had the magic bracelets before QUASAR. But it's alright because he went to Earth and he died anyway. And the thing is though, the Black Racer, he hasn't shown up to tell QUASAR this stuff. He has shown up because QUASAR wants to die. And QUASAR at first he like denies this. He's like, no, you're wrong. So we have this little fight here and it is fun, it's good. And look, he has skis. That's why he's called the Black Racer, because he has skis. And he chases after him and QUASAR's like, I don't want to die, I don't. Shut up, I'm not gonna die. And he's like blasting him with his magic bracelets, but QUASAR is kind of overpowered here because this is like a, as I said before, this is a force of nature. And then, just as the Black Racer is about to kill QUASAR, he mysteriously is teleported away to another part of space. And he was saved by Ion. That is the I, and that must be the on. And Ion, he wants to make QUASAR the new saviour of the universe, like Queen or Yellow Flash. And there's all the old saviours of the universe. None of them have really appeared before. That one though, that is the original Captain Marbles, the real one, mar-vell. And the rest are just random alien races. Although there's a huge glaring plot hole from Kurt Busey there, when he completely retrofitted the Space Phantoms, where he never even took this bit into consideration, and this is just like a proper loose end in the Marvel universe now. That one there, that is the puffball from the Incredible Hulk. That's the only one that has a really substantial appearance before. You're not even meant to call them puffs anymore. That one there, she is a Shi'ar. That is one of the Shi'ar Imperial Legion as well. And the rest, that one, and that one, they appear later in QUASAR's book. This one is from the Stanley Lee, Jack Quimby, Fantastic Force run. And there we've got a picture of Captain Marbles, the real one, mar-vell. He is fighting Thanius, and he's fighting him so hard, if you look. He's like twisted his spine. Like, that must be a really powerful punch. And QUASAR, he becomes the new saviour of the universe, and he gets a new costume, which is not an improvement at all. Like, the main problem with this costume is the sleeves. The sleeves here, they make it look like he's wearing a baby bib underneath it. But this new one, it just looks like he is hosting a fitness video sponsored by McDonald's. But now that he has got new purpose in life, he comes back and he fights off Black Racer. He's like, oh, now I have reason to live. And we've got this little bit here where he's all like, I figure it was my fear that you were right about me losing the will to live that made me so powerless against you. But now that I know you had me pegged wrong, I can make my power affect you. So they get into a fight, and QUASAR doesn't really win, but because he doesn't want to die anymore, Black Racer just gives up and goes home. And he says, farewell, QUASAR. When we meet again, you will beg me to kill you, and I will refuse. Make a note of that, because that is some fantastic foreshadowing. Because in issue 23, that happens verbatim. And then we end QUASAR, he goes back to Earth as the saviour of the universe. And then we have got this here. This is only the second issue, so there's no letters. Instead, Mark Griswold, he writes a long essay about how much he wants to do this book, how he's been pitching it for years, and it's insightful. And then he lists a bunch of QUASAR's past appearances, although he does overlook a couple. And here, right, you know how all those new comics are always like, yay, science is cool. Well, look at this, like the first 10 or so issues of QUASAR, they just had little science lessons at the end, and this is far more like sincere than the Unstoppable Wasp or whatever. And that's where the comic ends. This is good, really strong second issue, as I've said. Really good villain with the Black Racer, and it's just a shame really that the new costume he got wasn't very good. It became a bit of a laughing stock really, kind of like a running joke that QUASAR kept changing his costumes because they were quite bad. It wasn't until Batman took over the book that he got kind of like a costume that he stuck with because it was alright. This is a good issue though. I rate it 7 thumbs up.